This is probably the most highly debated topic in the entire industry, or on the entire platform of YouTube. It is so popular that even the Kim Kardashians talked about it for an episode straight. And, honestly, I am no different with most of the general opinions, but we'll have to wait and see what the comment section is like on this video. We're gonna have a lot of angry comments and a lot of probably agreeing comments. Today we're gonna be ranking Goosebumps cover artists worst to best. Now, not shutting up the stupid Penguin Zero accent and shit. I'm just addicted to that motherfucker like it's porn. Yeah, cover artist ranked. This video idea has been passed around the community. It's not a very popular one. Not a lot of people do it, but I thought, fuck it, I'll try it. And honestly, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Just let me know immediately. I love to hear your ranking. And for some clarification before we get into this, we are not going to be discussing some of the following artists. Now, I don't know their names, but the artists for the graphic novels, literally any of them, like the IDW comics, or any comics in general from Goosebumps. Robert Ball, the new artist for the new series, House of Shivers, will not be included at all, because we have, no art from him so far. Unnamed artists for, I believe, the two covers, Stay Out of the Basement and Be Careful What You Wish For. Those were not designed by Jacobus, so we won't be including people like those, or any of those of the sorts. And yeah, we will just be focusing on the main four: Craig White, Mark Nagata, Tim Jacobus, and Brandon Dorman. And no, that's not the order that they're going to be ranked in. So, yeah, let's get to it, starting at the bottom of the list. Number 4. And for clarification, all of these guys have good art. Especially this guy. He has some pretty damn good art. Some about rival even Jacobus' art. Brandon Dorman. Now, Brandon Dorman, his art is fairly popular because it's newer. It's the cover art that you're going to see in a Barnes & Noble nowadays. And it's the cover arts we've gotten for the past decade or two. It has been a while. And yeah, we've gotten his cover arts for quite a long time now. And we're finally changing it up to Robert Ball, hopefully for quite a bit, because his cover art so far, the two that we got are pretty damn good. And yeah, Robert Ball's art has improved throughout the series, and Slappy World is where it truly shined, especially in the final few books, because Night of the Squawker, a terrible book by the way, and Fright Night, an awesome book by the way, have some of the best cover arts I have ever seen in Goosebumps, and I mean it, like ever. Some of the best I've seen, at least in a very long time, for Goosebumps. It is just shocking how good those were. And some of the other Slappy World cover arts, though, not as good because they progressively got better in my opinion. Some of the other ones, like Slappy Birthday to You even, were just fantastic. I really, really like most of his art. It's just that some art is ass, and like How I Got My Shrunken Head was done dirty. This one isn't that great either. And compared to, Jacobus and even some Craig White's art and stuff, yeah, it's not as great, or at least a decent majority of it. Next up, Craig White. So this guy is fairly hated and also fairly praised, and I'm kind of in the middle there, obviously. He's my third least favorite, or third favorite, whatever you want to say. And yeah, I honestly like this guy's art a bit more because he has more better covers than bad ones, but he has some pretty big stinkers like Into the Twister of Terror, which is one of the very few Black Spines I do own. And speaking of which, he only did half the GYG series. I think he picked up on book 25 and he started doing it, or 26 or something. And yeah, he did the cover arts for the second half of the Give Yourself series when they had Black Spines. Though a few Black Spines, I believe, were done by Nagata. I think at least Apt in Space. And yeah, this guy's art can be great, and this is a good example. It's Only a Nightmare. It's a fantastic cover art. I love this one very much. There are some other fantastic cover arts like Scary Birthday to You, One Night in Pain House, Curse of the Cave Creatures, Trapped in the Circus of Fear, Return to Terror Tower, and I could go on all day with its awesome fucking art. There is so much art that I could just say. But there are some stinkers out there, like I said. Into Twister Terror, I already mentioned that. Elevators of Nowhere, which is interesting. Danger Time, very interesting. And some other stinkers. But overall, his art is good, but is it as good as the painted art instead of the computer-done art? No. Let's go on to our second place pick. So for my second place pick, surprisingly, second place has my favorite cover art of all time. I'm talking favorite. Not just the best. It's not the best.
but it's my personal favorite. And I'm showing the book right now. The Twisted Tale of Tiki Island was made by Mark Nagata, and he's our second place runner-up or whatever. Oh, God. He has some fantastic art. Now, let me just talk about his art, because he didn't need a First Give Yourself book, I believe. He started with TikTok, You're Dead. And then he went on to, like, Zapped in Space or Trapped in Stink Eye Swamp. I'm saying this very clearly. Every single one of his arts for the covers aren't bad. I'm looking right now at the spines, and I'm just thinking, is that one bad? No. Some of them are better than others. Some of them are kind of I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of, like, Trapped in Batwing Hall or Under Magician's Spell. But there are some that are just fantastic, and overall, none of them are bad. He doesn't have a single bad one from what he has done, in my opinion. I think they're all at least okay. That's saying something. Now, that is a very notable thing, because having not a single bad one means you should be number one, but of course Jacobus was inevitable. We're just cutting straight to it, okay? Jacobus. While not having my all-time favorite cover art, he has some of the undeniable best cover arts. Or iconic, memorable, unbelievable. Nothing beats Jacobus. This is a quote thrown around by a lot of people, like me and maybe Bjorn. He did 60 of the 62 original 62 books, minus Stay Out of the Basement and Be Careful What You Wish For, which are done by, I think, an unnamed artist. If not, I don't give a shit. They're not being included because they're not even, I mean, they're gonna be last place. They barely have any art. It's not that great, honestly. Iconic, but not great. He did the entire series 2000s, Escape from the Carnival of Horrors, Triple Headers, Screams in the Night, Tales to Give You Goosebumps, some art on some of the merchandise, art on his and Stine's autobiography, and much fucking more. I mean, much more, okay? He has done countless art for the Goosebumps series. And this is the biggest point, and I think literally every person watching this video right the fuck now can agree with this. Jacobus carries. He is the reason Goosebumps succeeded. It was the fucking covers. I don't care what the fuck you say. If it wasn't for his awesome covers, like for example, The Barking Ghost, Night of the Living Dummy 2, Night of the Living Dummy, the OG one, The Girl Cried Monster, The Ghost Next Door, The Haunted Mask, big one there, big one, Monster Blood 2, Deep Trouble. If it wasn't for those cover arts, you wouldn't be drawn into the book. Just hearing the title, Deep Trouble, you'd be like, oh, okay, whatever. But seeing that cover, it just reels you to fuck in and makes you want to pick it up and read it. That's what Jacobus has done for the franchise. So not only is his art iconic and fucking amazing, especially in Series 2000, it is what sold the books in the 90s. No fucking doubt. It is just unbeatable. Jacobus was a fucking madman. Because, unlike Stine, his art was actually made by him. Because Stine, half his books were probably ghost-written. And yeah, that concludes our video. So our ranking is 4th place, Brandon Dorman, 3rd place, Craig White, 2nd place, Mark Nagata, and 1st place, without a fucking doubt, Tim Jacobus. Big whoop. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me what you would rank the cover artist. I am open to all opinions. Is Jacobus your least favorite? Is Jacobus your all-time favorite? Please let me know what you think of these artists below. I want to hear all thoughts. I don't care how out there, because honestly, this is really up for debate depending on what your art, like, taste are. But yeah, honestly, come on. Jacobus has done so much, and his arts are just iconic as fuck. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.